What's going on, everybody? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more God of War 3. And in the last episode, we had a wonderful bloody-ass battle down here. As you can see, the remnants of it are still all over the place with Hermes. He was, running around, flipping the coin, being a total jackass, and so we decided to put a very swift end to that by cutting off both of his legs and putting on his shoes. Like some sort of crazed gang activity. and that's where we are now. So we now have the ability to run up and across walls, and so that's where we're at today. And I got a weird feeling that Zeus would not be very impressed with this whole glowing footprints thing all over his likeness. He seems like the kind of douchebag that would sue over something like that. So we will we'll get ourselves out of that situation by running across. And now we get to see where we get to go. It's a really cool talent, man. It's a nice little ability to have. We don't get to use it really a ton in this game, but whenever we do get to use it, it's always just, you kind of sit back and look at it and you just kind of are in awe for a moment. You're just like, man, that is a really cool ability. And then we got people that are apparently really jerks. They can't let me open up a goddamn chest without trying to get in the way. Hey! I got some questions to ask you about insurance! Can you just take 1 second to speak with me? I left you like 4 voicemails! And you never got back to me. I wonder why. Nobody ever wants to talk about insurance. Ever. Never do they ever want to do that. I totally understand why. So, you ever have one of those moments where you just feel like you've done something seriously wrong, and then, like, 15 minutes later, you realize that you're a complete fucking moron? I had that exact thing happen to me today. I was actually afraid I wasn't going to be filming any of this for a little while. It was quite the moment. I was sitting down to get ready to film, and I got like my software fired up, and I had my system on here, and everything was plugged in, ready to go, and my capture device wasn't turning on properly. There was like lights flashing everywhere, and it was really concerning for a minute. I was like, oh god, please tell me I didn't fucking like fry this thing, and I'm gonna have to go, I'm gonna have to go search the market for another new device to work with. And so I started going through a bunch of different things, just some different protocols, trying to figure out what happened. And so I was like looking to update my software, like my firmware for it, because I haven't done that in a little while. And oh come on, I guess you have to kind of move forward for that to work. But I was like, I updated the firmware, and that didn't seem to really make a difference. And I kept like unplugging it, trying different USB ports on my system here, and still nothing. And so I'm just sitting here like, fuck, this is really bad, man. I'm just really starting to worry about what's gonna go on here, because if this doesn't fix itself right quick, we're gonna have a serious problem. And so we should probably do this real quick. Yeah, definitely go for the magic. This is a very troublesome area, by the way, and not a fun place to be. It doesn't look like much at the moment, besides the fact that there's like a bunch of fucking like crazy locusts and moths and whatever type of bugs these are everywhere. Because why wouldn't Hermes troll the world after he's dead? He's that much of a dick. But yeah, so I kept on trying like everything that I could think of, to really no avail whatsoever. Like, it was just absolutely not happening at all in any capacity whatsoever. And so I'm sitting here thinking, like, all is lost. Like, I'm gonna have to put this series on an indefinite suspension until I can get like a new capture device, because that's what we're dealing with. And then it hit me. It's like, I'm gonna try swapping or not swapping the cables out, but I'm gonna try one more time to to disconnect it and reconnect it. And when I disconnected it, it occurred to me something. I was like, this cable just doesn't, like, something feels really weird about it. And I looked at it to realize that I had the wrong cable plugged in the whole fucking time. And it was actually just the charging cable for my controller. That's actually what it was. And so I went through all of that, worrying and potential grief for literally nothing at all. And I was just like, man, do I feel like a jackass. I love this guy, by the way. Not only is he virtually blind with that crazy spiked mask on, but I don't know how he's able. Whoa, yikes! I don't know how he's able to generate this crazy like turbine action with that ball and chain deal on his hand there. It's like one of those. It's like one of those crazy like ripcord car things, or like those Beyblade, like those weird like off-brand Beyblade toys, where you have like the ripcord and you like rev it up and the thing goes and, and goes at way too fast, and they usually work like shit. Oh boy, this is probably not the time for me to try using this weapon of mine. God, that guy got it bad. Yeah, we shouldn't do it here. It's not a smart idea. We will do this, though. We've got the rage, and I'm going to pop it like a virgin cherry of destruction! God, you can just deal so much damage with this thing. I mean, we definitely didn't kill these guys with that. But we can also do this. Hey-o! And now they're both in O action here. God, dude, that one's the worst. Like, it's bad enough that he gets you once like that. He ends up getting, oh boy, foot went through the wall there. Like, that one's bad. Oh, damn it, he caught me. Oh, okay, yeah, that was bad. Yeah, dude, that one, like, the first one where you get him in the back of the head is bad, but then you launch yourself off of that and do it again. Like, oh, it's so brutal, but it's great. And yet another really awesome looking door. I mean, that's the trio of brothers right there. That's the Band of Brothers, which is a great series, by the way, if you're into war stuff. Okay, by the way, do not go through that door until you've come down here, because there is a secret box. Not the secret box that has the embarrassing photo of SpongeBob from the Christmas party, but it is still what's in the secret box, so that's okay. And we're also going to get out of this, bug-infested land out here for a while. We get to go into a place with seemingly cleaner air, as one would hope. So we're going to go throw the old door up in the air. I was actually afraid I was going to start getting sick again, to be totally honest with you. Remember this room, by the way, because we will be coming back here fairly soon. Oh yeah, this is what was it? The Muses? I think this is where the Muses are at. With that crazy, crazy chain. Which just reminds me of the speech from Andrew Ryan about the great chain of endeavor. My hand is on it. Fontaine's is on it. We all pull it and are pulled by it. But yeah, I was afraid I was gonna get sick. I was at work yesterday, and I definitely had. I was helping these two people up at the front counter, and they were getting ready to check out, and they were buying like some cough syrups and stuff for their immune system because she was getting sick. And so, there we go. There we go. Cool, you guys are dead. They were both, getting stuff for their. By the way, that little picture of Ares totally looks like somebody that would be in World of Warcraft. Totally looks like like an end raid boss or something. But yeah, dude, they were just buying some stuff, no big deal. And right as they're getting ready to check out and grab their bag and leave, she just fucking coughs in my face, just right square in my face. Didn't cover her hands at all, or didn't cover her hands. It didn't cover her face with her hands at all. And so I didn't really think much of it initially. I was just like, I'll take a couple things and that'll be the end of that. But I went out to Buffalo Wild Wings last night after I got home from work, just because a friend of mine was in town. So, pigged out on some food, had some beers, and shot the shit for like 6 hours in there. By the way, it's definitely the longest amount of time I've ever spent at one of those. But like for the last 2 hours of the time that I was in there, oh fuck, not this hallway. This hallway's awful. Especially considering who we have to fight in here. But that's neither here nor there. These damn things, these sirens with their weird, like, extra veiny, like, extra, like, eczema, dry skin tits. It's not an appealing look. But I started getting that feeling. I started getting that feeling in the pit of my throat that the sore throat was coming on, and so when I got home, I had to cram in a bunch of extra vitamins and such. So I definitely feel a lot better today. It's still a little bit scratchy though, so I'm still a little bit paranoid. Go figure that type of feeling would start setting in on my days off, on the time that I really want to, not have to put up with any extra bullshit from anything. And now I'm trying to fight off sickness again. I just dealt with that like a couple days ago, or not a couple. It was like a week ago. Okay, alright, enough. Oh, actually, this could be cool. I love killing the sirens. I love it. It's one of my favorite things in this game. Maybe if I get the opportunity here. They have one of the coolest... Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, there we go. I just want to get her in... I want to get her in the O scenario here. Or I can just kill her. That's fine. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, damn it. Okay, I got to do it the second time. They have probably the coolest like death when you get him with a little mini game. I mean, it's awesome with a lot of other things, but here we go. Dude, the Siren Backbreaker is so awesome. And that's also would be a really cool name for an actual like WWE wrestler's finishing move, the Siren Backbreaker. But it's crazy, man. You like hold them up by their neck and you put your arm behind their back and you just fucking snap their back like in the most unnatural way. You snap them in half. And that awesome like shriek that they let out is so cool. It's always been my favorite death scenario in this game. Are the sirens. There's a few. I think they're featured in a couple of the games. I think they're in. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they're in God of War 1. I think they're in God of War 2 as well. I don't know if they're in the ones for the PSP version or not. This, by the way, this entire room makes very limited amounts of sense to me. We'll talk about it in a second. It's so weird. It is the fucking weirdest room in this entire game by a long shot. When the sword is aligned and the notes will follow, and the muses... Or, when the sword is aligned, the notes will follow, and the muses will show you the way. By playing some sort of crazy, ancient Greek game of Parappa the Rapper. Because, you know, they're like, oh, let's create a music box controlled by PlayStation buttons, even though we won't know what that means for many, many centuries to come. But sure. So apparently they were playing PlayStation games all the way back in these times. Wonder what games they were really down with, though. You think they played Gran Turismo back then? But instead of cars, they had chariots? So I think that'd be pretty cool. That. Oh, you know what? We could probably upgrade a weapon. I haven't even thought about doing that in a little while. Ooh, we could do the Claws of Hades right now. Or we could do the Boots of Hermes. That's a really quick one-off thing here. I'm pointing it way away. I hate it. I hate it so much. The funny thing is I moved that all the way to the other side of the room and you probably still heard that loud and clear. And then we'll just do the Claw of Hades. It's a pretty easy one. Yeah, there we go. So we'll have like another soul that we can summon with that once we get that thing all the way up to where we want. We at least have enough time to go up here as well and get everything set up for this puzzle before the episode is over. So, not to worry. Okay, so this is what we have to do before we can engage the puzzles. We have to make sure that this entire little thing is lined up correctly, and what you have to do is you have to create an image of a sword. So you just have to turn all these gears a little bit until you have everything the right way. So that one will give us the point. This one we're going to have to make more of the old, of the shaft, if we're referring to it as a penis and not a sword. So we just got to make more of the blade here, facing the proper direction. There we go. And then that one's fine, but this one we need to make this part of it. And now we are ready. Because if you try to do it beforehand, it won't actually let you do it. And we received an invitation at a time that I really did not need it. That person has the uncanny ability to always send me an invitation while I'm playing this game. I don't know why that is. Like, I'll be playing just randomly for other things, and I never get requests from him. But I always get them from that guy when I'm playing this game. It's so weird. Okay, here we go. Time to play some PlayStation. It's actually really cool. It's kind of like a little note-matching DDR type of thing here. Or Parappa the Rapper, I suppose. more challenging there. Alright. I don't know how or why doing some random note combination like that with PlayStation buttons way in the past would cause these giant statues with exposed boobs to randomly come to life and start turning this thing like crazy. I just don't know, man. There's got to be a lot about technology that we do not understand that they were doing way back when. Okay. Yeah, look at her. She's like, nice. Well done. Do you like what you see? I left one of my boobs exposed for you, Kratos. Even though I dwarf you massively, I feel like you have what it takes to take care of me. Oh, you know what? I know what's gonna happen here. It's not what you think. I mean, go figure. Why would we be able to, in any possible way, why would we be able to go all the way down an elevator without something going terribly wrong in here? Unfortunately, we can't fight these guys because we don't have the proper weapon to break their shields. So the only way we can actually do it is by fighting this Gorgon over here. So by fighting her, we can actually end up turning all these guys into stone, and that will allow us to, because it'll also turn their shields into stone. So it really comes in handy. Where the hell do you think you're going? Oh yeah, time to cut you down to size. And that happens, and they all petrify. Whee! There we go. But of course, why would it be so easy as to think there's only going to be one round of that? Because there's always got to be more. We're just going to run around in circles, get them into a false sense of security that they've actually got me, when they in fact don't. I don't know where all those arrows would be coming from. I mean, I know that you know, it is magic, and we shouldn't be questioning the premise of how magic works. But I always found that weird that when you have, you know, the little side bonus of getting the arrows dropping from the sky, like, where are they coming from? Just, you know, like some randomized area that they can materialize like 10 feet above us, or what? Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, if you don't do it fast enough, they'll definitely come out of that thing. They'll come out of their rocky state, and then you're really screwed. You have to end up killing another Gorgon in order to, you know, get him to die. So it's... You really want to make sure that you got your timing, or maybe just try to get them all grouped together. Or just, you know, kind of fold your hands and pray to the Gorgon gods that you have them in the right spot. There are no hidden chests back here, just making sure. Okay. It's all good now. Okay. So by doing that, you guys remember this whole area down here. Now we've got this big old staircase that we can mess around with. It's quite nifty, actually. Ah, yes. Now we can actually play with the lever there, and... Ooh, that's not going to help. We do need this one, though. One more thing I want to check into as well. I don't remember if it's available here or not. I don't think that it is. Yeah, okay, it's not here. It's when we come back here the next time. All of the chests back here will actually respawn. They'll all be available, and the ones that are behind this will also still be, you know, there waiting for us to be able to break them open. So it will be awesome. But what we're going to do, because once we go up there and deal with the whole lever thing, the whole Lever 2000, it's going to spawn an entirely different, you know, an entire extra set of stuff, and I don't want it to take another 10 minutes to deal with. So, when we come back on the next episode of Let's Play God of War 3, we are going to go right on up that little swirly flight of stairs, and we're going to go play with that lever to expose the Flame of Olympus. So until then, my friends, this is your host, AMF1534, saying thank you guys for watching, and we just played really, really ancient PlayStation. On a PlayStation, nonetheless. How cool is that? See you later.